Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Two Peas Out the Pod with Johnny and Shay. Before Ghostface terrified the world, before the meta horror revolution, Scream was just a risky script nobody wanted. But the true story behind the creation is even more shocking. From real life murder inspirations to casting choices that almost destroyed the film, Scream 7 is set to be released in early 2026. So let's dive right in. If you stick around until the end, I'll reveal a chilling little known fact about the original Ghostface mask that even the biggest fans probably don't know.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know that was. When you say risky, I was really thinking it was going to be as risky as, the housewives,
Hunting wives?
hunting wives. Yeah,
Our last
housewives.
video.
Well, yeah, the last video. But yeah, so was it? Because I didn't really see any hot, heavy scenes in Scream, really.
No, they
All, but
just meant a
great all
risky
star.
script, meaning that nobody wanted to touch it at the time when Scream came out.
Oh, sorry. I thought of the. Oh,
You
sorry.
meant risque.
Yeah, see that I was too busy thinking of
He's still
the
stuck
hunting
on the
wives.
other stuff from last night, guys.
Yeah, hunting wives, man. It's
Too
great.
much risque content for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. So, hey guys, if you're enjoying our videos, feel free to gently tap the bell, hit that subscribe button, and give us a like or comment. It really helps out the channel. But yeah, so we're going to start out today and talk a little bit about the script and acceptance problems from the original Scream because this almost really never happened.
Yeah.
There
So like,
almost
what
wasn't a
happened
Scream.
there?
Yeah, there almost wasn't a Scream.
Really?
Nobody was there. You know
Damn.
how when a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there, does it make a sound? I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I don't know. Maybe if Snow White was there, she would know because she knows she like talks to the animals.
So when Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream, was trying to get the script picked up by someone. He actually had it called Scary Movie at that point. He faced a series of roadblocks that almost kept it from never being made. So we're going to talk about those. First, horror was dead in the 1990s.
Hey, man, I wouldn't really say it was that dead. I mean, it was decent. Who didn't at the time and before the movie came out, like 95, for example, because the first game came out in 96. So I just remember like 95 going to Blockbuster, picking up an old Freddy Krueger movie, nice little Wes Craven.
Well, by 1995, the slasher genre was seen as box office poison. Studios thought audiences were tired of mass killers and predictable final girl endings. Executives were more interested in thrillers like the movie Seven or teen dramas than any other gory horror movie.
Again, this was I remember going to Blockbuster to go pick up Scream. It was always sold out. You never got a chance to get it. But when I did get a chance to get a grab that movie, I would say it was superb. I mean, but people fail to realize that yes, it was a slasher, but it was more of a mystery because you're trying
Right.
to guess who is the killer. Which I mean, on the first one, I kind of expect. I didn't really expect the other guy, the guy that plays that Scooby Doo. Like
Matthew Lillard.
yeah, I knew that he was one of the killers. He was too goofy for a moment, man.
Wow.
But on top of it, he played the role very well. So I did know her boyfriend, like, Prescott, your boyfriend, definitely, dude. If he's talking about your mom like that, your dead mom, telling you, "Come on, man, you got to give it up, man." She's trying to save herself and she's mourning about her mom and all this, and I'm like, dude, if you're doing all that, yeah, you definitely got to be the killer, dude.
So the second reason why he had problems getting Scream going was the violence level scared studios. So Williamson's opening sequence, the brutal Casey Becker phone call and death, was considered too graphic for mainstream appeal. Some producers feared that would stop it with an NC-17 rating, killing ticket sales. We've come a long way, right? I mean, now you watch that movie and it's just like, oh, no big deal.
No,
Now we just have way more than that on TV.
no, it's well. I mean, think about it like this: in the '80s, we had a slasher genre at the time. We had Michael Myers, Jason. So we still had horrors, and then if you wanted to go to like, space age, you had Aliens and Predator, and those were pretty gruesome too. The deaths,
So
stuff
why do
like
you
that.
think they thought it was so violent when they read it?
Well,
Just because the knife or
nah, it's I believe, and this is just me. I think what it was back then was what is it? Video games, violence, and then if you look back, it was back in '96. So I can understand that
Oh, they were in that mindset already.
they were in that mindset, like, "We gotta protect the kids and blah, 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 blah." So,
And
yeah.
then the third reason was nobody wanted to touch a meta script. So the self aware characters knew they were in a horror movie approach was unfamiliar in Hollywood at the time. So many executives thought audiences would find it confusing. A few even said the script was making fun of the horror genre, which might alienate fans.
It really wasn't making fun of it. If anything, it was playing into an homage to them. But it's just they were breaking the fourth wall, if you on an artistic standpoint. So I mean, it. Hey, don't go this way. You don't go up the stairs. You go through the door. But regardless, what made that horror film very well known in a way, in my opinion, is what kind of killer can run around and like flip over a table. I mean, you don't really see Jason flipping over things like, nah, man, he's like an unstoppable tank, Freddy Krueger. Imagine him tripping over a BMX bike or something.
It's kind of a slight parody, like the actual scary movie parody is on this movie. It's a little bit of like a
No,
slight parody on the Killer Thrasher movies, right? Like kind of jokingly around.
yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way. I look at it as they were Ghostface Killer is nothing more than just an amateur killer. Always. That's what I
Yeah.
seen out. That's what I've always seen out of the films was that he's an amateur killer. That's pretty much. I mean, if anything, when you got up until what is it, part 5 or was it 6? Yeah, part 6. He has a shotgun. I don't recall in any of the other ones he had a gun. He was mainly
It was always a knife,
used
I think.
knife.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, you're in New York. Also, just go ahead and pop some shells off on that one.
And then the fourth reason was the title Scary Movie didn't sell. The original title didn't scream serious slasher to studio marketers. So some felt it made the movie sound like a parody, not a, like I just said, not a tense, scary thriller. So ironically, it later inspired the spoof Scary Movie. So they kind of, I guess, used the original title on the parody film.
Yeah. That's what it said. When you said that in the beginning, that's the same thing I was thinking in my head.
And then Wes Craven initially said no to the script, so he turned down directing it multiple times because he was burnt out on horror after Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. And then he also thought the industry didn't want bold slasher films anymore until he read the script again and saw it as a fresh twist on horror.
Yeah. Again, I believe what really got him into it is just the amateur thrill of it. And then the teenagers, especially in the 90s, thrashing on 80s slasher films and stuff. I mean, why not? I mean, as you've seen, if you watch all of them, I believe you start seeing the generational change. And then I think right after 3, they take like a long hiatus, like 11-year hiatus before they worked on the fourth one.
Right.
So, and then it took another hiatus to do 5 and 6. And now took what, like pretty much like a year or 2 off now. And then they're gonna release the other one, the last one, supposedly the last and final one.
And then the last reason why they had resistance on the film was because many actresses didn't want to play Sidney Prescott for the fear of being typecast. So a lot of agents refused to even pass the scripts along to their clients. They just read it and said, "No, no, thanks. I'm not even going to present it to them."
Oh, because of what the stigma that they may get. Again,
Yeah.
um, I believe Kristen Dunst said it best. After her doing all 3 Spider-Mans at that time, she said it, and I believe in an interview that she didn't want to keep on doing the role and
Mhm.
she didn't want to be remembered for it. It's the same thing with like Hugh Jackman. He loved doing it for the fans.
Yeah, for Wolverine.
Right. But at the same time, you kind of don't want to be pigeonholed
All right.
in that. So,
Yeah, so that kind of brings us into casting resistance. So there was a little bit more kind of that went along with that. So obviously, the first one we're talking about right now, fear of typecasting. So in the mid '90s, horror was not considered a prestige genre. So playing a final girl could pigeonhole an actress into a career of low budget slasher films.
yeah, but again, I wouldn't really say that as especially you just said for like actresses. What you got? Sigourney Weaver, which was known for the Alien movies. She did. I'm. Everybody can kind of fact check it, but I think she only was in three of them, and I think the fourth or fifth one was called Resurrection or whatever. And she played pretty much a cyborg per se on that one, but she didn't keep on have to reprise the role. Probably not even in the television show that's starting right now.
Mhm.
Um, but what was another actress I know that like Jamie Lee Curtis? Yeah, but I don't remember her in like all of them. Was she in H? I don't remember her in H2O, one of the
You're the
Halloween
horror
2000.
person, you tell me.
No, I just don't remember her being in that one. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say that they're pigeonholed.
At the time, though, many young stars wanted romantic comedies or dramas because they felt like it led to the awards, where, most of the horror movies were not getting any awards at the award shows.
The crazy thing that I still can't get off of that is I think part two wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar was in part two.
I think so, yeah.
She was already doing Buffy and stuff, so she was right in that alley of just doing horror. I mean, if that's just what the stigma was, then I believe it.
And then slasher, fatigue at the time. So by 1995, the slasher boom of the '70s and '80s had burned out. So sequels like Friday the 13th Part 8 and Halloween 5 had bombed. Agents were warning their clients to stay away from horror unless you want your career to go straight to video.
Again, when it came out in 1996, the cast is now well known.
Yeah,
So
it didn't do the what everybody thought they were worried about it doing.
right,
I think
because I
because the
mean,
way Scream
you
was, it
know,
wasn't
because
just a bloody slasher film.
yeah, but the only person I know that made money on that one is obviously Courtney Cox. Like, if you sit and look up the roster of the cast,
Yeah,
who made the most money? I know Courtney Cox made money off of that one.
right.
And then you had the dude from Happy Days in there too, the Fonz. I know he had to get paid too,
Yeah.
because I mean they've been in the game. She was making whatever amount, and then at that time, what like 96? I think Friends came out. What when did Friends started out?
I'm not a frenzy,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
All I'm gonna say is
Are
that
you a frenzy?
no, I mean I don't mind watching Friends, but it's just I wasn't really
I mean,
big
I've
into.
watched a few of them, but it's not like where I'm like I have friends that have watched it over and over and over. And also at the time, the script's brutality. So Kevin Williamson's script didn't hold back. Even though Scream kind of doesn't really come across like this to me, I guess his script kind of came across as a lot of body count deaths. The characters were always in constant danger. It was basically kind of a brutal script for for
Okay,
the
but
movie.
it's to me it's a thriller slash mystery.
Yeah.
So
And then some actresses and their agents feared that it would be too intense or damage their public image, which we kind of already talked about that. And then the movie's meta style. So characters talking about the horror movie rules while living in one was new and risky. Studios weren't sure if audiences really would get that, and actors weren't sure if that it would work on the
yeah,
movie.
okay, but that's what made it more
Yes,
appealing.
now, but I'm just saying at the time, nobody, if people were
Yeah,
like, "What are
yeah,
you
but
doing?"
it came out in '96, and I remember it was a hit movie and it made money.
Yeah, we'll talk about how much it made.
But I remember even my brother went to go see it, not once but twice, I think.
Yeah, I remember. I think I seen a couple of them in theaters. I can't
So
remember which ones, but I think the first one. Um, so how Neve Campbell got the part, she was obviously best known for Party of Five. She actually hesitated on getting into the movie as well.
oh, you said Party of 5, that's why she looks familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I thought she was a model, but yeah, Party of 5, that makes sense.
But she loved that Sydney wasn't just a screamer. She had emotional depth, trauma, and resilience. So she signed on after Wes Craven convinced her the film would redefine horror for a new generation. So that's how she kind of got onto the film. And then Drew Barrymore was originally cast as Sydney, but suggested switching to the Casey Becker role in the opening scene. Her shocking early death became Scream's most famous twist and set the tone for the whole movie.
So yeah, man, I mean, that's what you do. You put the veteran out there first, let her get slashed to get you out. But oh man, I killed Drew Barrymore. Oh man, you killed the little ET girl. Hell no. See,
What?
that's what you did. That's not
Wow.
I'm sure that's what a lot of people were probably feeling like back then. I felt that way when I saw, I was like, "Oh my god, they killed these girl, man. Oh, man."
So we're gonna go over the timeline for the franchise, and this is where Johnny can get his diary out for you all and read his little notes that he took.
Much notes. I
It's a
mean,
joke.
the only notes I got so far, like, "Listen,
Well, don't
guys."
read them yet. We're gonna go over each section.
Okay.
So in 1990, the Gainesville Ripper murders inspired Kevin Williamson's horror script. 1995, that's when he originally wrote the script called Scary Movie. And it was bought by Miramax, and then Wes Craven signed on to direct it. And then at the end of 1996 in December, that's when they actually premiered the first movie, revitalizing the slasher genre. So that would give you a chance to talk about Scream 1 again if you would like.
Well, listen. The only thing I liked about Scream 1 is obviously it broke the fourth wall because they were, again, like you said, they talked about a horror flick while being in a horror film.
I like Scream 1 the best, I think, out of the ones I've seen, but
Yeah, the
that's
first
just
one,
because
yeah,
it was just a new thing, new
the
idea.
the first one was great. Every actor, I would say, that played a role in there played their role to the point. David Arquette played a doofy cop. Again, who the hell lets their sister go to a party? And then on top of that, the bigger kicker is he actually hung out and drank with the underage kids. What law enforcement officer does that?
Well, I was telling him in small towns, it probably happens more than you think. Maybe not nowadays, but back in the 90s, I bet you it did.
Oh,
I'm just
sweet. So
saying.
I had a couple of drinks with Officer Kirkpatrick the other day. It was freaking amazing.
I don't know.
A couple of Pats. Drank a couple of Pats. Pats Pismer.
So they got real busy though. It took them only a year to get Scream 2 out.
Well,
So they were
again,
just really motivated at that point.
all right. Well, it did well for Scream 1.
And that one was set in a college setting, continuing Sydney's story.
Yeah, so Scream 2, um, the only thing that I knew out of it is what was the actor's name that was yeah, whoever the actor that played Mickey, yes. Just looking at him, he just looked at like the villain right off the bat. He gave me I'm the villain
Matthew
vibes.
Lillard.
No, that's from part 1.
Oh, part two. Oh, I
Yeah,
can look it
part
up for
2.
you if you want.
I know that, but again, what really kicked it off for me was actually whenever Jada Pinkett, we're talking about this, we're in 2025 talking about Scream. Now, I'm glad Jada Pinkett got killed in the beginning of that movie. I am really upset that Omar Epps got killed. I was highly pissed off.
I don't
He
see
did.
one named Mickey on here.
He's Mickey whatever, I don't remember the last name of the guy in part 2.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was that was I knew he was a killer, and then but the plot twist was Mrs. Loomis. I didn't know that was a real plot twist too. That she was actually the second part in there. That's like the only thing I liked about that movie.
Mm.
Since we rewatched it, I was like, yes, I liked it for that reason.
And then it took them 3 more years to make Scream 3 that hit theaters, shifting the action to Hollywood.
Yeah, and that one, I guess the only thing I really liked was Randy Meeks. I believe he played he Jamie Kennedy was the one that played him, and he just had the best line. It starts from the beginning, and when I say it's great writing, it's freaking great writing because it explains, hey man, the tables have changed, and it starts from the beginning. Which you find out that this whole thing is about Sidney Prescott's mom and everything, and then you find out at the end that Sidney actually has a half brother. That he was the killer. He was the director of the whole spill and everything. I was just like, wow.
I didn't know Patrick Dempsey was in that one. I must have missed him.
Yeah, it's like it was a who's who and the first three of those yeah, part and all under the first three. And that's why I was like, what are you guys talking about? These are great movies.
And then it took them, this is where they took the break, like Johnny was saying. So 11 years later, it took them for
Oh
Scream
yeah.
4 to
Yeah,
come.
I got that. I
And
wrote that
then they
down in my
did
notes.
reunite the original cast and introduce some new characters also.
Now, what was no, I wanna go back to Scream 3, I forgot, I just looked at my notes on that one. I did wanna say that in part 3, it was really crazy that, Carrie Fisher, RIP, she was in there too, which, like I said, that when she finds out she has a half brother, that's like kind of, Star Wars type vibes. It's just, that's I forgot, I looked at my next page, 'cause we're talking about Scream 4, but as for Scream 4, yes, it took 11 years for them to do that, I was like, "Man, what are you guys doing? You guys just like going to like all these,
I don't know. Maybe
cantaloupe
they ran out
parties.
of like, they couldn't figure out what to write it of them or
They probably went
something.
to these cantaloupe parties and stuff.
And then it took them until 2022. So here we go again, another break to make Scream. They just called it Scream this time, aka Scream 5.
You know what? Hold on. I see right here. Part four, yeah, it did start in the first 30 minutes of part four. It felt just like the characters in part four. Because I know it took 11 years, a whole decade. So you have that have passed. On top of it, it's a new generation of kids.
Mhm.
And I felt like all the characters that were in there were pretty much, carbon copies of those kids.
Well, that's what the whole point of that one was reuniting the original cast.
Right.
It was a callback, I guess, to the
And
first
then but
one.
then but then on top of that, I forgot, yeah, in part four, Sydney's killer was her own cousin because of the whole fame and all. That's where the writing again, it got better. After that whole hiatus in a way, it
Well, it took them 11 years to figure out a better plot, I guess. I'm just kidding. And then another 11 years for Scream 5. So they took off 11 years and more 11 years. And then they launched it as a requel, blending legacy and new cast. So that was Scream 5. That's why they just called it Scream instead of Scream 5 because they wanted it to be like a callback, I guess.
Yeah. Um, Big ups to Jenna Ortega, um, especially for Wednesday. Make
Mhm.
sure you guys watch that episode of ours. It was a great new fresh take. I right off the back, the boyfriend that her older sister was dating, he gave those vibes like he was that kind of killer. And again, I was right in that one.
How many of the movies do you think you knew who the killer was before they
It's
announced
just
it? A lot? Or they're not very good at hiding it then?
no, they are good at hiding it when you watch it. But when I
Or what
rewatched
first
it
one?
again,
Yeah.
it's kinda like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, you kinda gave off those vibes." But remember, I haven't watched them for a while, and I just watched it, and I didn't th these are the newer ones I didn't see. I still remember the old ones, and I got the old ones, but these new ones, I was more interested in. This guy's been gone for, like, 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, "Dude, he's the killer."
Wow.
I mean, what
Well, that
else?
is true.
And then he just kinda seemed kinda sketchy. I felt like I was a cop and I was profiling very hard.
So then a year later, they were real on it this time. They made Scream 6 and they moved it to New York City.
Okay. This is where I like the new, like what I said, he has a shotgun. Guys, I did not see him with any guns,
No, just knives.
just knives,
Yeah.
and using the environment pretty much.
Mm.
But oh boy, they gave him shotgun, and then the teller got the shotgun. He killed him, and then took the shotgun, and then went after everybody and started shooting. He did not care. But
But shotgun isn't really like a good choice of a weapon anyway, unless you're at
again,
close range on people.
it was just
I get it.
he seemed he seemed like he was hell bent. Like he meant something for it. So
So then 3 years later, guys, planning for February of 2026, which we'll see if they stick to that date, Scream 7 is expected to continue the Ghostface legacy.
yeah, but it's
So we're not
at
gonna
the
talk too much about 7 yet because we have a whole section for that.
okay.
I
I'm
mean, you
not
can
gonna.
a little bit, but I'm just saying.
No, no, no. The only thing I just want to say is just that part six. Again, it was another callback. Again, like you said, it was that's what they called it. Scream, new legacy, new
Right.
everything. which was great.
So my whole question with this whole thing is obviously when this started, guys, for our age group, this, we kind of grew up with this whole franchise. But do you think when they came out with a new one, let's say, for instance, in 2022, that the newer generations are kind of like following this and went back and watched them all, or you think they're not even interested at all?
I believe I like to hope because I mean my son never watched any of the other Final Destination movies, but when he heard that Bloodlines was coming out, we sat for a weekend and we watched all of them because I have them all.
Yeah.
So
I was just wondering if, if people,
I mean,
like for us, it's a nostalgic thing for some reason because it was, around the time when we were just starting to go to the movies and everything.
right.
But I just wonder if the newer kids would be even interested in this type of
Well,
thing.
if okay, so I look at it this way. You know how our generation, our kids are making content, doing what we're doing, podcasts. It's kind of their form of almost the same things. I'm sure there's some kids that are probably making their own screenplays on horror.
Right.
If anything, with that's another thing. That since I was just gonna say technology on how we're able to film because I've heard there's been some films that have been filmed by just using iPhones as an example.
Right. And then just a little bit about Kevin Williamson's inspiration for the actual, I can't say trilogy like normal movies are, the 7G, whatever you call it. So, real life crime, of course, the Gainesville Ripper. So, in 1990, serial killer Danny Rolling murdered 5 college students in Gainesville, Florida. And Williamson saw the news coverage about the case while staying in LA and was terrified, especially after coming home one night and realizing a window in his house was open. So that fear inspired the home invasion opening phone call scene and Scream, basically, is that's how he kinda,
Really,
like, thought of that.
really, that's
Yeah.
I did always like that when I watched Scream 1 and they
And the phone rang and you were like,
yeah, yeah, because it's like, "Who the hell's calling me?" Because I don't
nowadays,
nobody
we know who.
nobody really, like, picks up their
Well,
phone
now you
anymore.
know who's calling, though. You can see it
Yeah,
right on
but
your phone.
most people don't really pick up their phone either, like, yeah, now.
Remember when you were 13 and you had a landline and you had to take the phone in the other part of the house and the cord was wrapped all the way around to the kitchen, and then your parents are like, "Okay, you've been on there for long enough."
Yeah, I remember those days. Um,
Yeah.
but, I think the, with all the movies, which I thought was very well put, was the whole 11 years in between. But you notice that cell phones gotten better technology and stuff, especially with the screen. Technology gotten better. The first scene, you see Jenna locking her house, trying to lock the doors and
Right.
stuff remotely. So that's it's pretty
Like all that
cool.
stuff, yeah.
Um, but again, there's jammers. So if you're a psychopath
Right.
killer, you can jam it. So that's just the things I've noticed. Oh, as I was watching the movies, oh, that's pretty cool. Again, I'm sorry for giving the spoiler part. It was just
No,
because the
that's fine.
movie was very when you watch them all, and I made it, and I had to sit and watch them.
I'm
I was
sure
like,
people already seen those ones, hopefully.
yeah, and it's just at that point, I was like, yeah, the writing, in my opinion, was great.
And then Kevin Williamson was also obsessed with horror growing up, so he especially liked John Carpenter's Halloween of 1978. He drew influence from Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and When a Stranger Calls. The latter's babysitter phone calls inspired Scream's eerie voice conversations. So he did kind of use, I guess, all of those things were his ideas.
Really, I didn't even know that about him.
And then his idea was to modernize the slasher while letting the characters know they were in a horror movie, like we talked about earlier. And something obviously that hadn't been done before, some new twist on everything. And then he wanted to break the fourth wall of horror, making the audience feel like they were in on the joke. So the characters reference the rules of surviving a horror movie, never say you'll be right back, and
Yeah.
those types of things.
Yeah, no, that's the reason why I love as you can see in the back of mine is the, Ghostface killer.
Yeah. And then he wanted a horror comedy balance, which Johnny will appreciate. He wanted it to have the comedic, not be funny, but have almost to the point where you're kind of laughing, but you're also scared. So he was also inspired by Heather's 1989 for its sarcastic teen dialogue. And it gave Scream a signature
Yeah.
tone, scary, but also witty and, just a little on the edge.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it did. Just again, breaking the fourth wall, talking about that, That's something you don't really see. You what is it? Modern Fam well, yeah, Modern Family, I guess you can say that's breaking the fourth wall because they talking about what happened or whatever, but
Or, what's the other one
or
you
no,
like to watch?
or better yet, what is it, Saved by the Bell.
No,
Remember
the other one with the, NBC stuff, Tina Fey and all that.
Oh, 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that kinda the same thing a little bit?
Same thing, yeah,
A
same
little
thing,
bit?
30 yeah. It's on some of the sketches or some of the episodes that she did, but I was gonna say, Saved by the Bell when, Zach freezes and then talks to people like that, or Ferris Bueller, like,
Oh, yeah, he talks on the
yeah.
side. So we're going to talk about revenue and what they made. So the first Scream movie, 1996, their budget was 14 million, and they grossed 103 million domestically, and then 70 million internationally. So about 173 million dollars.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was well worth it.
And then Scream 2, 1987, budget was 24 million. They grossed a total of about the same 173 million total.
That's not bad.
Scream 3 in 2000, they had a budget of 40 million and they made less. They only grossed 162 million. I think, people not as many people probably went to see the third one because it wasn't, they wanted to keep the nostalgic of the first two, I guess. So,
No, but, again, the 3rd one was more important if you when you watched all of them because it made everything make sense to a point.
right.
So
And then Scream 4 in 2011, the budget was the same 40 million and they made even less. They only made 97 million. So based on the standards of how movies are supposed to about triple their budget in order to make money, they really didn't make too much money on that movie.
crap.
And then the fifth Scream, they have a very low budget of 24 million. I'm not sure why they lowered it, but that one did a little better at 140 million. So they made a little money on that one. And then the sixth one in 2023, they had a budget of 35 million and they made 170 million. So back to kind of the original numbers. So I don't know what the buzz was and why it went back up, but it went back up. I kind of wonder if the 2022 film was affected by COVID because that was right after the pandemic where a lot of people weren't really going to the movies anymore. So that's maybe why it went down to 140 million instead of
Oh, which one was that one again?
the 2022 movie.
That's part 5, right?
Yeah, part 5. I'm just saying it was COVID was like what, 2019 to 2020-ish. And then people really it was kind of like everybody was kind of weirded out and a lot of people didn't go to the movies anymore, I don't think, or as much, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like probably people because they called it Scream.
Maybe they thought it was
So
the first one again.
right.
Yeah,
uh,
true.
I
That's a
mean,
good point.
I mean,
Maybe they thought it was just a how they,
rebrand.
release it or whatever re-release things.
Right. So
So as far as budget trends, over time, production costs did peak around the 3rd and 4th films, but it did drop for the 2022 installment and then rose again for Scream 6. And then the first 2 films remain the franchise's most successful in worldwide earnings. A Scream 4 underperformed significantly, and Scream 6 made a strong comeback, becoming the highest domestic grosser unadjusted for inflation.
hey man, I think the only reason why is because they armed him with a shotgun in that scene. Big ups to the shotgun. That's what helped him.
Wow. So that takes us right to social media hit list, guys. And don't forget to stick around for the bonus content of the day. That's going to be coming up here shortly. Johnny loves and I'm ready, like, "Oh, okay, social media hit list." He's like, "I'm not ready for it."
Mm,
So first thing for social media hit list, I just want to do a couple like feel good things today. I don't know, just because we always have funny stuff. So, this is off Motivation Addicts. So Kendrick Lamar and his wife paid off $347,000 of school lunch debt across 103 schools, giving thousands of kids one less thing to worry about.
oh, that's pretty cool, man.
I don't know. I thought it
I
was cool. I was like, oh, well, that's
I
awesome.
wish I can,
I mean, that's something, how we've been watching some shows where, well, it's not shows, YouTube, about how all these celebrities are just buying jewelry and just wasting their money and blowing
yeah,
it and then they're broke. At least you do something like that, at least with it, you know?
yeah, I mean, it's great for tax purposes.
Yeah, that doesn't always have to be the reason though.
Hey, hey, hey.
And then the second one,
that's what you tell the financer and
the second
financier.
one is from Women's Hoops. So South Carolina Gamecock star Joyce Edwards donated all of her 15.9 million bonus and sponsorship earnings, and she funded 150 housing units and 300 shelter beds in her hometown of Camden, South Carolina. So basically, she just had a real desire for helping out with the homeless situation, and she really feels like nobody deserves to sleep on the streets. So she wanted
Facts.
to do
These are
her
facts right there.
do
But
almost $16 million. That's pretty crazy for, basically a college player to do. I don't think that's ever been done before, more than likely.
well,
Not even NBA players that make hundreds of millions of dollars are really even doing anything like that, that big, that quick. Anyway, I don't know.
I know Magic Johnson was giving out condoms the other day.
Wow. Really? But no, I just thought those two were good observations. I know because we have been watching some YouTube, videos on people where they've gone broke, like MC Hammer and some other ones.
Well, he's a cautionary tale, but
Yeah, well, I'm just saying instead of, if you're gonna go broke, at least put it towards something instead of just buying a bunch of crap. You know what I mean?
or you know what? Just pay your damn taxes.
Yeah, that too.
That's that's pretty much it. Just pay your taxes and just do it. Just pay the taxes so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And then also, or get a money guy, but then make sure you get a private investigator on the money guy.
Wow. So that takes us right to Scream 7, guys, which is really the whole point of why we're making this video. So the release date is possibly February 27th, 2026. That's when they think it'll hit theaters. We'll see. And this one is written by Kevin Williamson. He's also going to take over the director chair because obviously Wes Craven has passed
Hold
away.
on. Did he direct any other movies?
Yeah, he's directed other movies before,
Oh, okay. I just because
but he just didn't direct any of these ones before.
yeah, because he was the writer.
Yeah. But he
Okay.
wrote and he's going to direct this one too.
All right. Because I was just
Oh, actually, he has other writers helping him on this one too. So, yeah, he's not
no,
just
no.
doing
I
it
mean
all.
that's how it is. Like usually you
You started
work.
as a writer, then you move up.
No. You work hard and you write, and then you get a team of writers once you do
Oh,
your
okay.
first shit,
Got it.
and then at that point you don't do anything else.
So it's like YouTube people. They edit their videos really haphazardly, and then when they can afford an editor like Mr. Beast, then they pay $10,000 for a thumbnail.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
I'm
Pretty
just
much
kidding.
it.
So yeah, it says he's returning not just as writer, but stepping into the director's chair. He is having co-writers Guy Busick and also James Vanderbilt to help with the film as well. And they have been working on it, guys. Apparently, they started filming this one in January of 2025. So it's going to be ongoing for a bit there, as far as them kind of working on it before they get it ready for next
No,
year.
to be honest, I think they're gonna probably have it done. Because I mean, if they have their projected date out, then I would say around October we should start getting trailers.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I mean, if I'm bringing out the seventh and last installment of my creation, then yeah, I do want to give a hint around Halloween about it and get everybody ready for Valentine's.
Right. Returning cast, I know you're really want to hear this. Obviously, Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott. Courtney Cox is coming back as Gail Weathers. David Arquette returns as Dewey Riley, a return that was intended to be a surprise, but it's been leaked. Matthew Lillard is coming back as Stu. Scott
Okay,
Foley
hold on,
as
hold on.
Roman.
I thought, Dewey died and
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
yeah.
did, but I mean, maybe he's coming back as a ghost or something. I don't know what's happening. I'm just telling you what's
Oh,
out
well, yeah,
there.
no, yeah, because yeah, Billy did come back. Remember in in part 5, Billy came back to his older daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I could see why he came back because I know he died.
So it says Matthew Lillard is coming back as Stu and Scott Foley as Roman, both reprising roles despite their characters' past deaths. So maybe they're all just coming back as ghosts. You don't know.
So what? They're all gonna go into one body and possess the
I
person
don't
to be.
know.
So
You always
no,
ask me
no.
stuff like I know anything.
So who's also coming back? Who was you said David Arquette and who else?
So Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Matthew Lillard
Hey,
and Scott Foley
that's the dude from the
from Scooby Doo.
so Oh, okay, so then my
Does that
theory.
really throw you off?
Yeah, no, because remember he died in part 1 with the
Yes, I
TV.
know. That's why I'm saying some of these people are dead in the previous movie, so we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe they're just gonna do a flashback and they're not really gonna be alive for this movie, but they're just gonna do a callback flashback to him or something. I don't know. And then Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown will reprise their roles as Chad and Mindy Meeks Martin. New faces in the franchise, guys. So Isabel May as Sydney's daughter, she'll be a new character. Joel McHale will play Mark Evans, Sydney's husband. And then Anna Camp, Celeste O'Connor, Asa German, McKenna Grace, Sam Reckner, and Mark Consuelo Chave will also join the ensemble. I don't know any of those people, but I'm sure they're great.
All I'm gonna say is that
What? What do you have to say over there?
no, it's just,
This is really gonna throw him off till next year,
no,
guys. He's
no, it's just I'm thinking so hard because right now we heard that Jenna's not gonna be in it, so that throws that hope, and then I think the other chick, the main girl that was in, 5 and 6, she got fired supposedly, so I'm thinking, "Okay, so what do we" the
no?
no, because it
Maybe
just
Sydney's daughter is gonna be the next victim or whatever. I don't know.
well, her daughter?
Yeah, because they said they're bringing a daughter for her, Isabel May.
Man.
I don't know.
No, no,
So
and then yeah, afterwards, you gotta send me that list. I wanna see those actors and actresses. I need to look at these
okay.
people. 'Cause I can look at him and
So
be, yeah, he looks like he's a killer.
wow.
Imma be like, I'm a channel in Wes Craven him, but yeah, he looks like he's a killer right there.
So, guys,
I
who do you
know
think might be the main character? So, while Scream is traditionally an ensemble driven slasher, Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott clearly remained a key anchor of the story, with the narrative expected to continue following her arc. But the addition of her daughter, like I just said, and Joel McHale as her husband suggests a family centered storyline. Sidney might again be the emotional and narrative center of the film. And then other returning icons like Dewey, Arquette and Stewart for Matthew Lillard could take on significant supporting roles, especially given how surprising their return was meant to be.
Oh, man.
Are you annoyed
So,
with
no,
that
no,
whole
yeah,
thing?
no, it's just because now we just got
Now he's
some
going to be up
ghosts.
for like days wondering about this, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "Hen's they're gonna be ghosts now?" Like,
I don't know.
no, because and, part what is it? I wanna say it was, I believe, I think it was part 3? Yeah, no, I think it's 3 or 4. Yeah, Sidney Prescott started getting visions of her mom and stuff, and then she went back to, like, handle some business because of her mom
Maybe her
talking to
mom
her.
is going to come into as a
Oh, man.
ghost too.
Now it's
It's
just
gonna be a
getting
ghost story this time, guys, and I don't know.
I just
Maybe the whole cast is gonna be a ghost story haunting the people that are still alive, and that's it. I don't know.
look, the only thing I can say is, I guess we can close off the whole Billy story if, neither one of those actresses are coming back for it, so if this dude's coming back, I guess did he knock up some chick and his son's the killer? No, I mean, because think about it. In part 5, in the hospital, when she was grabbing snacks, she was talking to her dad that was dead,
So they're
which
already prepping you for the ghosts. Just
no,
kidding. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, they've been whoever's seen those, then yeah. But what I'm trying to get at is then if this guy's reprising his role, like you said, then his son's the killer then. It's gotta be the killer.
I don't know. Does it say who the killer might be? Leak
No,
that
I
out.
know they didn't have to leak it, but once you know he's back in it,
Or maybe, like I said, it's gonna be something to do with her new family. Maybe her husband's a killer. Maybe she took her husband on and trusted him, and then he's gonna be the killer in this one. I don't know.
or maybe because he was a cop, maybe he was supposed to be a third killer in one of the I don't know part 3 or part 4. He was supposed to be the other killer that was supposed to help out or whatever, but didn't.
My question is, how many people are gonna do Scream showing where it's like an all-day Scream event where they show each movie in order and people just, hang out and veg out or whatever for, like, how many hours is that? Like 10?
No, I think the last 2 are 2 hours each.
Oh, so more like 12 hours for the whole
I
thing.
think the old school 90 ones, not that long, like an hour and some change.
The normal amount of a movie that should be. Nowadays, every movie we watch is over 2 hours. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god, I can't do
yeah,
this."
I felt like I didn't really learn anything from the movie. If anything, I was more pissed off and tired more about the movie than enjoying the movie.
Wow.
That's why it's really hard for me to watch a Marvel movie now because I
They drag it
know
on and drag it on.
yeah, and it's just like I don't remember the comics being this long. I don't remember the comics
What's
being
the
that long.
purpose of dragging it on? Because honestly, they're just
It's
making
no,
the same
what
amount of money no matter what. You're still buying the ticket, whether you go in the movie theater for an hour or you go in the movie for 3 hours, it's still the same freaking amount of a movie ticket. They don't charge you more for the length of the movie.
right.
So why though?
You
I'm
got
just
you got
saying
you
why. I
got
don't
you got
understand.
you
I've
got you
never
gotta gotta
understood movies that
you gotta
drag
talk
and drag and drag
you
and drag.
got to talk to, the popcorn, the soda machine, you gotta talk to the movie people. I
I mean, I
don't
guess you do eat probably people go buy more stuff if they're sitting there for longer, but honestly, I don't know. The popcorn hurts my stomach after and every time I get it, I always regret it, but I don't know.
yeah,
I'm the person that sneaks in movie snacks, guys, because I don't like the crap they sell there.
I believe anybody that's watching this video and got this close to the end has probably done that.
I remember one time back in the day, I don't remember what year it was, but I always have a big purse, and so I did have more healthy snacks, because I don't really like the stuff they sell there, and it was around the time when they were having some, movie theater, like, shootings that were going on and stuff.
Wow, because Batman,
I don't know,
yeah,
but
it
so
was
we went there, and then they were like, "Oh, man, we have to check your purse," and I was like, I did not expect that to be the case. But anyway, there's a lot of pockets, so I kind of rifled everything around really quick, and they didn't really say anything. I mean, what would they have said? "Oh, can't bring your carrot sticks in because we sell carrot sticks." No, they don't sell that. So
yeah.
I just would have said, "Oh, I
The
have
day
diabetes,"
I
even
hear
though I
that
don't, or something.
no, the day I hear that, I'm like, "Oh, man, finally."
They sell carrot sticks.
Yeah, they sell carrot sticks. I'm like, "Oh, shit, finally, dude, something they did right in here."
Wow. I mean, they are a little better.
Somebody read my comment card.
They are a little better than they used to be, honestly. There's a few healthier choices for candy and stuff than there used to be there, but it's still just mostly a bunch of crap. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that takes us right to the bonus content of the day.
It's the boner content of
You
the
know what's
day.
really funny? I was writing a description for one of our podcasts, and you use an AI tool to generate that, and so you put the transcript in, and it was the one day where Johnny said the boner on boner item, and it said in this episode of Johnny and Shay's Two Peas Out the Pod, don't miss the boner on boner item content. I was like, what? I just left it in there too. I was
It's
like,
the best
whatever.
thing.
I guess I'll stop bleeping it out, guys, because he just loves saying that anyway.
It's just the boner item. I
Anyways.
just wish I can just, yo, can you go on Storyblocks and look up like a boner and just be like, yeah.
No, that's definitely like explicit content. I can barely
Okay,
even get the
all right,
word
but listen,
past.
but okay, but check it out.
You have
What's
to go on OF for that, not on here.
I'm not saying okay. When I
Bonnie
say
Blue or whatever her name is. If you
no,
know, you know, guys.
if you know your memes. No, but what I was trying to say is just you just see I don't know like somebody's vertebrae.
But like bone on bone.
Let's say
Yeah,
somebody
2 pieces of bone.
yeah like 2 pieces of bones is like a boner.
Oh, okay, guys.
Yeah, see. Well,
So,
see, why is everybody taking that? Like, it's God, you guys are dirty. You guys are
well,
real
I mean, the
dirty.
whole time I've been bleeping it out. I thought that's what you meant, but whatever.
No, it really means that, yeah. But I'm just saying,
Oh.
if I was gonna need a picture or something, then I'm just gonna build somebody's spine. They go, it's boner.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
So the bonus content is the part that even diehard fans did not know about. The iconic Ghostface mask, guys, it wasn't even designed for the movie. It was a cheap, generic Halloween mask made by a company called Fun World. Originally they called it the Peanut Eyed Ghost. The production found it while scouting a house for filming, tossed it in on as a stand-in, and then Wes Craven loved it so much that they licensed it and made it the Ghostface legendary look. So it's actually
At
just a random store-bought mask
Fun
that costs
World.
$5.
Just
I'm sure they made money off it if he licensed it.
Oh yeah, what's
They were
crazy?
probably
Yo,
like, "So score, we're rich now."
yo, what's crazy? It's like, yo, what you guys call fun world? And he's like, all right, I'm about to get y'all so fun world money.
Just, I mean, that's crazy because if you think about they're basically the whole movie, if you show that mask, people know it's the Scream movie. So it's just a random they found it,
I don't know.
at a
I
store.
mean, it makes sense. If every time I see hockey, I'm like, oh, look, it's Jason Voorhees on the mat. He's playing hockey. He's playing goalie at the moment.
Jeez, guys. Anyways,
Or whenever like I see somebody put like a pillowcase in one hole, I always think of you know, Crystal Lake. Hmm. I'm always thinking of that guy. Thinking of the Voorhees.
wow. They're making a spinoff of that show, by the way.
Man, come on, guys. Can we just
We're gonna talk about that next, I think.
I know, but it's just
He's such a turkey, guys. He'll sit here and say, "This and that," and then I'm like, "Oh, do you wanna do this one?" "Yeah, let's do
yeah, man, cause but I mean, come on
it."
now. We got Jason right there, dude. He's just hanging, just chilling.
Wow. By the way, where are our new pictures? I thought you were supposed to be stopping by there and getting some more pictures.
Hey, I went into the new drop. I'm waiting until like actually around October, cause
Wow.
you know
But
they're
you
gonna
keep
have
telling them
better.
there's gonna be new pictures, and it's every time they come on, they're still the same ones still up there.
Okay, well, gee
It's a joke.
willikers.
So how was your day? Did you have a good day?
No, how was your day, Shay?
My day was good. I, worked and then I built a, what are those things called? A
Uh,
back stretcher.
she made the elliptical back stretcher.
No, it's like a teeter hang up type thing that you can go upside down and you can stretch your back out.
So pretty much, she wants me to be a bat. She bought me the introductory bat breaker.
Wow. No, because one of my family members used to have one back in the day and it really did help. And
And you sure he wasn't fighting crime at night like Batman?
no. Anyways, so yeah, so I look forward to using it as well. But we did try it after I put it together today, and wow, it felt like you were all the way upside down, but you literally were just barely even a little lower than flat. So we have a long ways to go to be able to just really hang upside down on there.
So pretty much, what you're trying to say is I was looking like a V, or
No,
looking
you
like
just
a
look
L.
like you were laying flat from across the room.
Oh, so I was looking like a hyphen.
Yeah, like a dash.
Hmm. I'm out here dashing.
So how was your day? Did you have a good day?
I had a great day.
That's it.
Yeah, what?
I'm so excited, guys. I can't even tell you
I
anything about it.
had,
It was just
I
a
had
great day.
I had a great day, guys. Nah, I had a great day hanging with the old kiddo.
Yeah.
You know, getting hit upside the face with this big nugget head of his. Straight up, like, oh man,
He doesn't
thanks.
do it on purpose. He doesn't even know
No,
he's
I
doing it. He
mean,
just
no,
goes
no,
like
he
this and
does.
his head hits you.
Yeah, no, he does it as he knows. He's like, wait, wait, wait. This is my head. This is your chin. Boom. That's what he
No.
does. No, he just does. He tests it. He just rubs it a little bit. Okay, and like it looks cute, and then he's just like, all right, Bop, and just does it. Yeah, I know his thing, man.
No, he was funny because
He's part of me.
when I was putting together, because John's back actually was hurting today, so that's why he was watching the baby while I was just putting the thing together, and, it was funny because he was just kinda rolling all over the bed and just cooing and laughing and playing and stuff. He was having fun.
Yeah, he was having a ball with his old pops.
Yeah, we had all those
Old
little
pops.
stuffies and everything around, and he was just rolling around on the bed, so
Yeah, he loves it. He loves those little guys.
but outside of that, anything else you wanna talk about the Scream, or we put it forever to bed until, next year?
No, the only thing I would say is rewatching them gave me more respect for the franchise. It's just sad that neither one of those girls are gonna be back for the last one because I thought Jenna did pretty well in the 5 and 6, so that's why I'm like, man, I was kind of hoping that she'll be back, but again, she's doing Friday and probably has some other projects she's got going on and stuff, but
You mean Wednesday?
Friday, Wednesday, whatever the name is. Whatever that
I was
goddamn
like,
girl
"What
name
is she doing?" Oh, Wednesday.
is.
I
Yeah.
bet you that's done though, honestly,
Uh,
unless they were filming them at the same time. They should bring back Drew Barrymore if they're bringing back all the dead people.
who's gonna do the Drew Barrymore show?
don't know. I'm just
She
saying
she
it.
has doesn't she have a daytime
I'm just
show?
saying if they're bringing back all the dead ones, they should bring her back. I don't know.
How about this? How about they put her name on there, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, shit, yeah, she is gonna be on there." They're just gonna show a segment that is somebody's doing their day-to-day life, and it's a Drew Barrymore show. And it's like, "Oh, yeah, look, see, she was on there."
Wow.
I'm just saying, because, I was trying to speculate what these characters may be, but, apparently the ghost theories on, that's what you told me, David Arquette's on there. Yeah, it's gonna come there as a ghost talking to, I don't know, Gail, I guess.
Or maybe, like I said, maybe it's just flashbacks to when they were on the show the first time, I don't know, memories or something that they're gonna be playing out, or I don't know. Like, where they're not necessarily back, but they're just doing a flashback or something. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Well, if they do anything like that, think of it this way. I think it's Endgame. Whenever they went flashing back, you saw a young, was it Michael Douglas? Was it Michael Douglas that played as as Hank Penn? Well, they had to use CGI to make him look younger because if you remember him back in the days in the 90s, he's still a good looking man, but I mean, they had to make him look younger and everything on there, and they had to
Mhm.
use CGI to make that happen. So I can only imagine they could probably do the same thing with those guys. Because I mean,
No,
uh,
but I'm just saying it could even be good makeup or something, to wear dye their hair and put in good makeup, and I don't know. Maybe they
I
wear a suit
mean,
like on Mission Impossible or something, or a
yeah,
mask,
yeah,
Jello
yeah,
mask.
yeah. We're a Jello mask.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I don't
no.
know.
You make a very valid point there. Actually, that I didn't. You know what? I forgot. It's Hollywood. That they can do it. They can make it happen. I'm just gonna say that they can make it happen.
Yep.
So I don't know how, because I'm gonna be thinking about that now. Now since you told me that this guy's coming back, and I said that, yo, because I mean, he did get killed by the TV, but then I was like, I thought he died, but then probably came alive in the morgue, and
Yeah, maybe there's gonna be a backstory where all the people that are dead actually didn't die or something.
because the guy from what is it, Final Destination, the morgue, the black guy, he also plays as the Candyman. But he's
Mm.
gonna be resurrecting all these people. What'd be real crazy? That if we find out that Scream and Final Destination is in the same world, wow, that's a great. That's actually a great cross up. Actually, Death versus Ghostface. The Death wins all the time.
Wow. So, anyways, guys, if you made it this far, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the videos. We're getting
Yes.
better every day. I feel like it.
Yeah. No, I feel as though I'm getting slightly better.
No, you're
Shay's
not.
getting a hell of a lot better.
Whatever. We both are. Not even just being on camera. I'm saying just better, better equipment, better editing, better scripting, better
Okay,
ideas.
Papa John's. What is this? The Papa John's commercial?
No,
Better,
Papa John's
better
went
this.
downhill. Remember?
No, but it's just, but you.
Remember
Because
they
you
interviewed him and
kept
he
on
said
saying
the
better this,
pizza's
better
not good
that. I was
anymore.
waiting for you to say better ingredients. I was about to say, what is this, a Papa
Yeah, it
John
is better
commercial?
ingredients.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I kept on saying. What better this, better that. I was like, what am I in a Papa John's commercial?
Pretty
Don't,
soon makeup artist guys, and then I'll just come in here. Just kidding. It's a joke.
jeez, you would do that?
No, it's a joke.
I was about to say, because jeez, I myself wouldn't even do that. To
It's a
have
joke.
a makeup person come over here.
It's a joke.
I'm just like, yeah, I want to be bald. Okay, I got the.
Yeah, I'm really high maintenance like that, right? Come
No,
on. It takes
no.
me like 5 minutes to do my makeup, so stop.
So with that being said, we're gonna close it up with Shay saying that it takes 5 minutes for her to do makeup.
Whatever.
So just let you know that on the next episode, we're gonna have a 5-minute segment and be like, we're gonna put a little timer on the bottom and try
No.
to see if she can do it in five
It doesn't
minutes.
take me that long.
You, ma'am, you just claim it in front
I'm
of
not
our
gonna do it
viewers.
on in front of everyone. That's
No, 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 no,
embarrassing.
no, no, no. You
No,
don't have
I'm
to do
not.
it in
If you
front
guys
of.
want to watch makeup videos, go on YouTube and search for makeup videos.
No, 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 no. But you just said 5 minutes, and we're gonna be like, all right, Shay, 5 minutes. We're gonna put the timer on there. Boop.
No, no
Shut.
thanks. I'll have to pass on that one. And I mean, I'll do that video if he wants to go to the grocery store, buy ingredients to cook, and follow a recipe. I'll do that video.
Okay. What was this? What was this? Road rules and real world challenges right
No,
here.
it's called role reversal. I'm just kidding.
All right. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Bye, guys.